I think so. Growing up in church and going to church every with your parents and stuff. I think it was just a routine, So I would go to church and I wasn't really practicing it and doing what the Word of God says or doing what I've just heard in church. So it came to a point where I started becoming conflicted. So I would come to church and I'd hear certain messages on a Sunday, but then on the Monday or during the week, my life would be totally different to what I've just heard. And so it got to a point where I started being convicted, like, what am I doing with my life? I need to sort myself out, can't be a hypocritical Christian, So I started having these kind of inner conflicts with myself where I started to analyze and, look at myself and thinking, what am I actually doing? And so it got to a point where I had to make a decision, I had to be either in or not in at all. That was kind of how I guess that decision came about. But I think more so, so it happened when I was at uni, and I went through some things at uni that I think definitely propelled that change. So I think God had a plan, for a while. Like I said, I was being convicted, and I think some of these experiences that I went through at uni just kind of propelled that change, where it got to a point where I was just like, do you know what? I don't even want to be going through what I'm going through right now. And I know if I was with God and if I was living right, I know I wouldn't have gone through some of these things that I've gone through, So. And then, I literally just made that decision. So I was in a relationship that wasn't godly or Christian. So I decided to cut that relationship off and just kind of focus on my journey and focus on God. So that's kind of where it all started for me, really.